To me, love is the force that really drives everything. And for people to develop a state of unconditional love is the most beautiful thing. And yeah, once you feel love for everything in the universe, I believe that you will also be in peace. And that's how those two things are connected. And I would really, yeah, I wish it for everyone that everyone can achieve this state, including me.
I think love is just giving happiness and receiving happiness. Love does not know any boundaries. Love does not know any culture. Love does not know any religion. Love just accepts you for who you are. Love takes in everything and gives everything that it has. I think love is very beautiful, and love is something that cannot be measured, cannot be valued. You cannot put a price on it, and it does not believe in any taboos, stereotypes, prejudices, perceptions. It is just the purest form of expression, and I think that love is the most beautiful feeling in the world because it lets you be who you are. It does not try to change you. It tolerates you, it accepts you, and it teaches you patience. That's what love is. Love is a celebration, and it's a festivity of existence, of humankind, of mankind. Love is just happiness and celebration of who we are, and that we are lucky to be alive and to be existing on this earth. And peace and love go together with each other. Because if you have love, only then you can have peace. Peace is actually a state of being because love is an expression and a feeling. And through that expression and feeling of love, the state of being that you achieve out of it is peace. So, what I'm trying to say is that if you don't have love, you can't have peace. If you have love, you will have peace.
Okay, so my name is Solveig and I'm from Oslo in Norway. Oslo is known for the Nobel Peace Prize, so it's a very, well, like peace is a word that we think about and use in our society every day, but we have very different conceptions of peace on an individual and on a society level. And personally, I am, well, like from the field of music. And in music, we talk a lot about harmony. And I think the concept of harmony is something that can be fruitfully used in the peace building field as well. But it depends on how you view harmony, because in music as well as in social cultural relations, there are different notions of it and different ways of kind of engaging with it. It's in music you have something like a very easy listening sound and just a pleasant sound, engaging with the emotions and just being very nice and easy, which can be translated to, you know, nice social cultural relations, but not necessarily going very much into depth and engaging critically. And then the second notion of harmony in music is the dissonant version, where you have more tensions. It's not always even sounding very pleasant sometimes, but it's sounding together, and that's the most important, that it's sounding together, and you have like a diversity of voices and diversity of, you know, identities and strengths being present at one time simultaneously. And that can also be translated into the social cultural field, well, like in a more critical dialogue style, and like Paulo Freire, and like this critical pedagogy and engaging with the others and kind of digging deeper. It's not very pleasant right away, but you can de-block very many things by engaging with harmony and in peace in that manner. And the third version that I'm thinking about and kind of using both in my musical practice and in well, like in my academic studies is the more Eastern or non-Western, at least, notions of harmony, where it's not even about, you know, the sound of the music. It's about the vibration of the music, and it's about what it kind of does to you inside. It's about the nod. It's about communicating with your inner self, with your higher self, with the gods, with the nature, with the universe as such. And that is prominent, for example, in Indian classical music or in other forms of rituals where this is prominent. And then this can also be translated and fruitfully used in the social cultural field, where we relate to each other in a much more open and common ground, I would say. And and I also do yoga, and I also think that even if it's not a very academic thing, I fruitfully think that a lot of concepts from the yoga world or from the philosophy and practice of yoga can be brought into the field of peace building, or the field of, you know, just relating peacefully to yourself first and then peacefully to other human beings. So it's all about finding a stable self and a compassionate self with, well, like, as a tool that you can relate to, well, like, with others too. Thank you so much.
So, hi, hello, my name is Christelle Kamanan. I'm native from Ivory Coast, Côte d'Ivoire in West Africa, and I also was born in France, in Paris. So these two countries are my countries, and these two cultures are also my culture. I'm like a third culture kid. And this helped to see the world differently. Like, for instance, if we talk about peace, we can speak about these values differently when you are in Ivory Coast or when you are in France. So it helps you to see things differently and to have a global overview of what people call peace around the world. And I would say the same for love. People may use the same word, but it doesn't mean the same thing for them. Especially in Ivory Coast and in France, what we call love in Ivory Coast, it's not necessarily the same that people would call love in France. So from this point of view, it's really interesting to see that people may use the same word to describe something which is totally different. And I think it's also what makes really rich and interesting languages.